This movie is about a woman who basically did the whole Queer Eye thing way before Queer Eye even began. Old Comfort Farm, released in 1995 on British television, and then it made its way over here to the States for theatrical release in 1996, and is directed by John Schlesinger, who has also directed such films like Midnight Cowboy, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, Marathon Man, and Eye for an Eye. And this film is starring Kate Beckinsale, Aline Atkins, Sheila Burrell, Stephen Fry, Freddie Jones, Jonah Lumley, Rufus Sewell, and Sir Ian McKellen. Wizard, you shall not pass! And before we get started, a big shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Rusted Beetle. This is their final PayPal donation that they made with a big grouping of donations and films that they wanted me to review over the last couple of months. So, guys, I can't tell you how humbled and how grateful I am for your support. If anyone else out there wants to help support me with this channel and bypass the whole random generator that I have for all of my recommendations from fans, you can be like Mr. and Mrs. Rusted Beetle and go to the donate button on the main page of my YouTube channel and make a donation. Any size donation will do. Just attach your movie with your donation, and if I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and publish my review of your movie as quickly as I possibly can, not schedule it months down the road. I'll get it done out in a couple of weeks. After the death of her estranged parents, Flora Post, played by Kate Beckinsale, is aspiring to be a writer and wants to have some great life experiences to add to her novels. So she wants to go stay with some family members in the country, and the only one that seems intriguing enough for her is her relatives living out at Cold Comfort Farm. But when she arrives, she sees that the farm is all run down and not functioning as a farm should be, and all the inhabitants are very unhappy with their lives. So Flora takes it upon herself to inspire everyone at Cold Comfort Farm, to help them live out the rest of their life in happiness and in peace, and to make the farm a nice shining beacon in the countryside. I've never heard of this film before. Apparently it made its debut on United Kingdom television in 1995, and it had great reviews that here over in North America, the United States were like, hey, we want a piece of it, we'll release it in theaters. And of course it did, and it actually got great reviews over here as well. If there's one word that I can use to describe this film, it's charming. This character of Flora, on paper, at least in my opinion, to me, would be very annoying, and I would not like her that much. She's very opinionated, she's very imposing. I feel that she has a high sense of herself, and that her elite status, or the fact that she comes from money, makes her better than people that don't come from money, and basically everyone that lives out on the farm. Because let's be honest, she is all of those things. All of that stuff is on paper, and if you just read it on paper, it makes this character seem like a total nuisance. But then she's played by Kate Beckinsale, and the way that she plays it, it's so, like I said, charming and delightful. And it's a very young Kate Beckinsale, too. I know her from films like Pearl Harbor. Of course I do. And the Underworld films, I haven't actually seen them, but I've seen plenty of commercials and trailers that comes on cable whenever they're coming out. They just kind of latch onto them. So I know her from an adult sense, but here she is playing a teenager, and barely recognizable. All the freckles that she had. She enters the story, she enters this whole culture and society at this farm with such innocence and such delight and charm that everyone there, you can tell, are annoyed that she is there. They know how she's coming from money, and she's immediately judging us as soon as she walks through the door. But because she's so delightful, all of these characters kind of give her a pass, and she eventually does put a smile on all of their faces. I love the styling of this farm too. It is dirty, it is grimy, it is completely dark, there's no flowers in bloom. I mean, they're in this beautiful countryside, and you can barely tell all the beautiful green that surrounds them. You can barely tell it's there because of the big shadow that this whole set piece, that this whole farm casts on this entire plain. So great set dressing and great location scouting for where this farm is at. When she pats her pillow, or when she lays down on the bed, you can just see this dust cloud that just rises from it. Oh, little details like that. It's disgusting, but it's definitely works for this environment. I love it. Probably the aspect that I liked most about this film, it's the aesthetic. It's the set dressing. It's the costume design, all the dirt and griminess of all of these characters and where they're staying, where they're sleeping. Ugh, it's gross and disgusting. It makes you feel gross and disgusting. It makes you want to take a shower, which I believe I did actually after I watched this film. But I mean, kudos to the set department. It's great. Rufus Sewell is also here, and he just plays just that cocky-ass, charming, villainous character to perfection. He's not a villain in this film, but you look at his features and you just see villain written all over you. I mean, I know him from villainous roles like A Knight's Tale, and more importantly, his role in The Holiday. Frickin' prick. Here, he's a farmhand who's an aspiring actor. He loves the talkies. He'd do anything to get out of this house and get out of this responsibility of taking care of this farm and taking care of his great aunt. Sir Ian McKellen plays, I think, one of the owners of the farm, or at least one of the higher-up owners of the farm, but he's also the preacher. He's the minister of the local church in his area. Not a very comforting pastor. He preaches about hellfire and damnation for everyone because everyone is heathens, because basically you exist. I don't know who would want to follow this man, but he has a following, he has a congregation, and when we see that sermon scene, and all the reactions from his congregation, they're all kind of mimicking being tortured by Satan. Oh, God. He is being Sir Ian McKellen, and hell, fire, and damnation to all of you. It's cool because it's Ian McKellen, and he's just so cool and badass altogether, but he's also this hellfire and damnation priest minister, and it just makes you feel uncomfortable. But Flora also convinces him that, hey, you have a following here and you have a passion to teach whatever this is you're teaching to other people. Why not take your congregation, why not take your teachings on the road and go to different countries? That's really the main message of this film, this sense of captivity that certain people feel in their situation with their families and their household. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped. Sometimes you feel like you can't make it on your own. Sometimes you feel like you can't go out and give something a shot to see if maybe you can make it somewhere or find a passion out there besides from the home and the family that you've been with for the past 25, 30 years. The moral of the story is that all you have to do is just try. Go out there. Try things. It's a natural human instinct to want to break out and explore, travel, experience things on the other side of the world, heck, even the country next over. Just experience things there and then maybe come back to your roots and to your family. But at least go out there, branch out, and try it first. All of these people that are at this farm when Flora gets there, they've been there their entire lives, and were absolutely afraid to branch out because their aunt that oversees the entire farm put the fear of God into them for leaving. So thank God Flora showed up, and again, with her sensibilities, every kind of character description of that character on paper makes her seem not very likable, but because these characters are such in despair at this farm, when Flora comes in, she's basically a breath of fresh air. She's a beam of light, a beam of sunshine into this very dark, dirty setting. Great contrast, very good performances from everyone involved. Is it something that I'm going to think about or really have a drive to watch again? No, not really. It was a nice film that didn't really attach itself to me emotionally in any way, but it was still a good time though. I'm going to give Cold Comfort Farm 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
I am so proud of myself because I thought for sure I was going to call it Cold Comfort Inn multiple times throughout this review. Maybe I did and I just never noticed, but every time I said Cold Comfort Farm, I always want to say Cold Comfort Inn. Alright guys, usually at this point in my reviews I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next, but this review is actually the last one that I'm going to be doing for the year of 2020, which is a year that all of us, I'm sure we just want to forget, but really I want to say there were a lot of great things that happened on this channel this year. This is the year that we hit 1,000 subscribers. Now we're definitely well over 1,000 subscribers. We're actually very close to hitting 2,000 subscribers at the time of this recording. This channel also became monetized, which is insane. This is actually now a kind of a source of income for me. It's definitely not much, but it actually makes this channel a little legit. So the only people that I have to thank everyone, of course, is my wife for putting up with me and encouraging me to pursue this endeavor, but it's also all of you that have watched my videos and have subscribed to this channel, supported me over the years, made PayPal donations, just all of you. I'm forever humbled and grateful that all of you have found this channel and felt the urge to support me, whether it's just with likes or subscriptions, or if any of you did donate. All of you are just amazing. Thank you so much, and we only have bigger and greater things to do in 2021. So over the next several days, you're going to be seeing videos come out that are my top 10 and bottom 10 movies that I have reviewed for the year of 2020. I started that concept last year where I looked at all the reviews that I did, and I ranked all the movies according to what I ranked, which I'm sure other movie review YouTube shows are actually going to be doing now, but just remember, the one that started that whole craze, it was me. It was Caleb Watches Movies, where I take movies that I reviewed all throughout the year, and I have a ranking list of all of those movies, as opposed to movies that come out in the year 2020, or the year that I'm getting the list for. So we could have movies like Jaws and Shawshank Redemption go head-to-head to each other and see where they fit on a ranking, which I think is just super cool. So you'll see those ones come out in the next couple of days. Hey, if any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here for the next year, 2021, you can go ahead and leave your comment below this video, or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter, leave your recommendation there. If I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and give you a shout on the channel. And if any of you do want to make that PayPal donation, go ahead and click the donate button on the main page of my YouTube channel. Again, any size donation will do, just attach your movie with your donation. And if I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and get my review of it done as quickly as I possibly can for you. So guys, have you seen Cold Comfort Farm? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I'm releasing the next movie review. So guys, I will see you next year in 2021, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, take care of each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.